You're watching EVH and Gear TV, brought to you by Stewart Travel Guitars. See the incredible stowaway travel guitar at stewartguitars.com. Microphones for EVH and Gear TV are provided by Rode Microphones. And official Van Halen merchandise is provided by VanHalenStore.com. Here's your host from Ontario, Canada, EVH artist Eric Broadbent.
Hey everyone, happy Saturday evening to you. We are back. Seems like just a few hours ago we were streaming this afternoon. We had a great guest on 3 o'clock Eastern here today. We had on Nilly Broche. It was a fun show. So we're back tonight. We're doing a little bit of a live demo as opposed to the demo I did the other day, kind of a produced demo on my Line 6 Helix Premium preset package. I have a new package that's out. As a lot of you know about it. It's all I've been talking about for a couple weeks. It's the Eddie Van Halen Complete. It's kind of a 3 premium preset package, which gives you I shouldn't say all 3, but 3 eras of Van Halen. Inside that package, there's a preset called Pasadena Proud, which gives you the old vintage, classic Marshall, edge of destruction, blowing up amplifier kind of tone. Jumping next into Van Hagar-ish. It's the only reason why I use that term. It covers everything of the Sammy era. And then, of course, there's one called Van Halen Modern Truth, and that lets you get all of Eddie's modern tones. So it's really, really cool, and it's been quite successful, really popular. A lot of people are picking it up, getting some good feedback and good testimonials from friends and fans and, strangers as well, too. So everyone's asking, when is the HX Stomp version available? And as you can see here, I've got it right here beside me. So that's basically, it's the scaled-down Helix, and there's some limitations to it compared to what you can do with full-blown Helix. You only have 6 blocks available. And by blocks, I mean, like effects. Like picture your pedal like a phaser. That's a block. A flanger or a reverb. Each of those are blocks. So you can only use 6 in Helix. So I had to be very creative and take some creative liberties to make these work for Stomp. But the cool thing is the DNA, if you want to call it that, or the tone footprint of each of the characteristics of each of the 3 presets inside my package, they're all there. The tones are going to sound exactly the same. So we're going to kind of go through what they can do, what they can't do, if there's anything that they can't do, and I'll explain each of those and give you some samples. And as we speak right now, literally as we speak, they're on their way to Line 6 Marketplace. They're queued for release. It could happen overnight. I don't know if there's a human being that physically watches these at the end, or if it's all robotic or whatever. More than likely it is a staff member. It's a weekend, so we may not see these go live until first of the week, but they're on their way. So they'll be available for purchase for $14.99 through Marketplace, and they'll be licensed to your device, which is very, very cool. So let's say hi to a bunch of people in the chat, and then we're going to go over and let you hear some of the samples in a live environment. I thought this would be fun because I did put together a video the other day, and it's been well received. And I had a chance, if I made some mistakes, I could fix those mistakes. And so tonight, if I make some mistakes, they're going to be live. And it's not about, we're not necessarily going for accuracy here tonight as far as performance, because it is what it is. I'm going to make mistakes. It's just the nature of the game, right? But the tone will speak for itself, and it'll really let you hear it. And if you've heard my video that's already up there, it's on the channel as we speak, you'll hear that these tones sound identical to the eras that I'm going after. So Ladybug is here, first one in the chat. Nocturnal Butterfly is here. Defcon Clark is here. Wolverella. Sean Close is here. Charles Green is here as well. Thank you, Charles. JJ Collins is here. Michael Easter, hey, from PEI Canada. Brand of Tats is here. Zach Thong is here. Joe Hervey is here. Scott Connor. Will Varela. Brian Cote. Brian Cote also picked up my Helix versions of the presets. Thank you so much for the support, Brian. Appreciate that. And I've got good feedback from him as well. It's really nice. I really appreciate it. Joe says, anyone use the smaller Line 6 multi-effects floor pedal boards? There probably are some people here that do. They're good. They're good stuff. I've had a few people ask me about the Pod HD. So I want to maybe start looking into that and maybe creating some presets. It's an older technology, but maybe do some for some people as well too. Let me see if I miss anything else here. Okay, I'm going to go backwards because I scroll too fast. We're going to go backwards in the chat. Keith Paz is here. Einar's here. Yeah, Einar has some great feedback on these as well too. Says Stomp presets will also be purchased immediately. You should be so proud of yourself. Thank you. Thank you. Einar left me some phenomenal feedback and testimonials. Thank you so much for the kind words you've said on the Helix presets. Like as when we create things for, whether it be a songs or a product or whatever we make in life, we want to be proud of it when we release it. But I'm sure a lot of us are like, okay, I hope it does well. You really want to see your baby go and grow, whatever. And I'm really happy with the release of this. I didn't expect to get the feedback that I was getting. I was confident, of course, and I believed in the product, but from what people are telling me now, it's amazing. I'm very, very appreciative of the feedback I've got from that. Nathan Madden is here. Nice to have you. JK House for Harleys. Hello, Eric. Enjoying the show. Thank you. Okay, so DEF CON, the presets right now, these ones here, if you're looking for, I can actually send, if you're looking for the Helix ones, I will post those ones right now. I was going to send them to Nocturnal, and I thought it might cause confusion because I didn't want people to think these ones here. The link I'm going to post here in a second. This will be for the Helix versions, okay? This is for Line 6 Helix Floor, Rack, and LT. I'll post those in the chat right now. Okay, that's strictly for Line 6 Helix. That link will not work for Stomp. Stomp is not available yet, but like I say, it is going up as we speak. Could be there over the weekend. If not, it'll be there on Monday. So again, just a reminder, I don't want people to purchase that and then think try to use it on their Stomp. It won't work. Stomp is coming. But you are going to hear Stomp tonight. Let me see. Michael Bushman is here. Hello, Michigan, USA. Nice to have you. Thank you so very, very much. Keith Paz, sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Janice Lawless here. And Quentin James is here as well, too. Thank you, Quentin, for joining in. Let me see. Scott Connor says, if I was any more relaxed, I'd be in a coma. Well, we don't want you in a coma, that's for sure. All right. JJ says, I love the demo video. Yes, I can't afford a Helix, but the Stomp being more affordable might be in my future. Okay, good. And one of the nice pieces of feedback I received from people here as well, too, is the fact that even though I'm going after Van Halen and I want these presets to nail the Van Halen tone, people are saying, you know what, it's inspired me to write my own music, and that's awesome because these aren't just to be used for Van Halen. You'll be able to use them for your own music and have a lot of fun with them. So that was a great testimony to the fact that someone was inspired to do their own things as well too. Okay, so I've got one more question. Joe Hervey says, what is the price of a good used Helix? And the like, maybe Guitar Center and things like that. I don't know what a rock bottom price. I can't pass on. Anyone know prices? I would go look at street prices like on Sweetwater, things like that. And generally, you can usually kind of venture a guess about half price to maybe, if it's in mint condition, 3/4 of retail, which should be a decent price. And you can also look on Reverb, go on Reverb, and then go to Used Gear Finder, and they'll give you a price range as well too. So I don't really have a definitive answer for you on used, but you can go from there and get a bit of an idea. And Mike Klein's jumping in and says, do you like bare knuckle pickups? I've never tried them. I hear people talk about them, but I can't give you an educated answer because I've never played one. Mike, thank you for asking, though. DEFCON says about 1,100 US dollars. Okay, no, there you go for a good one. All right, there you go. All right, so we're going to go through a little bit of a couple of songs, or not songs here yet, but I'm going to just kind of show you what the presets will do. Now, because I said there's some limitations in Stomp, there's only 6 blocks, right? So a lot of things I had to do, in Helix, I could put an amp, I could put a cabinet, and I could do just all these other things I wanted to do. So in this one, I had to use amp and cabinet, so almost pretend like you're using a combo amplifier. But I mean, it's like a old plexi combo. And I had to elect for Pasadena Proud, which is the tone you're going to hear in a second. I had to elect to pull something out of that mix because I was forced to with 6 blocks. So I pulled out the flanger, the gray flanger, which is equivalent to Eddie's signature paddle, and the same sound. I had it dialed in 100%, and I elected to keep the phaser. Now, the flanger will be a key point in some songs like Unchained, and he'll use it in Ain't Talk About Love when he does that part. He'll use it for that. But the phaser is used so much more in all of his stuff that I figured if we're going to sacrifice one pedal, that's the one. So we pulled out the flanger. But what I'm going to do as a bonus for registered users and purchasers of the Stomp presets, I'm going to, I know who when people purchase my products, I get to see who they are. And you can contact me, and I'll know that you're a registered purchaser, and I will send you a block with my flanger that you can actually bring in if you want and replace the phaser, or you could make a copy of my preset on your device and change it around a little bit if you want and add the flanger in there. So that way, if you're really heart set on having that flanger, I'll make sure you get the flanger as well too. And there's another preset as well too. When you get into the more modern Van Halen stuff, I've got which was like the Boss Super Octave that he used live, mainly for his solos. And sometimes he would use it, he used to use it in some of the Sammy Hagar era stuff as well too. that pedal has been removed as well too, but I can always send you that block. But the great thing is that the tonal footprint, like I'm talking about, will carry on from preset to preset. Okay, and I think I got all the questions there for now. Let me see. So this, I'm going to turn off this microphone in a second. This is a condenser and it's picking up everything. Obviously, you can hear all that, right? It's a very, very sensitive microphone. But what you're hearing is Pasadena Proud. It's as big and wet, not a lot of gain, which is really, really cool. And if you're a guy like me or a girl out there that likes high gain and used to playing that stuff, when you play the old Eddie rig, you're going to feel a little out of your comfort zone for a minute or two, because you don't have all that distortion and richness to hide behind. And it's kind of making me a little bit better player, because I'm hearing a lot of my mistakes. So there's kind of mask behind that distortion. So, when you're doing things like eruption and stuff, you can, you really hear it, right? So you're going to get all of that tone. Dave R's guitarist says he just stopped in to say hi, picked up he got his Helix. Fantastic. So I know what he's doing. Nice. I'm so happy for you, Dave. That's great. Cool. And so just by hitting a couple chords, people are saying they like that. And Brand of Tats, you're saying it's a high gain. It does sound like high gain, doesn't it? But it's not really. Now, I've got the gain cranked on this particular Marshall amplifier, but it's still not like a Mesa or a PV5150 or EVH5150 or the PVs or whatever. It's not that kind of high gain. So it's a different feeling. And people listen to Eddie's old tone and they think he's just gained like crazy. Just everything is loud, and that loud equals distortion. So it's kind of cool. It's really going to change. When I play these other presets in a moment, you're going to hear high gain for sure. All right, so what I'll do in a second, I'll mute this microphone. I'll play a little bit of backing track here as well too, and we'll see how this sounds, okay? Brett McCord is here saying, hey, Eric. And, DEFCON bought I didn't see that. DEFCON says bought my presets. Where did I miss that? I missed that, DEFCON. I'm so sorry. But thank you. Where did I see that at? I have to trust Nocturnal Butterfly on that one. Oh, okay. Yeah, you've talked about the price of that. I missed it. But Nocturnal Butterfly says he bought them. So thank you very much for the purchase and the support. I greatly appreciate that. Brad Miller is here saying, hey, Eric. And Brad is one of my good friends here. And I'll actually, as well, too, was one of my beta testers. So I had beta testers for both Stomp, and I had beta tester for Helix. And I've heard great things from both of them. Feedback, so the hats off to them as well too for assisting me and being an extra set of ears and looking in at these presets and helping me deliver something good to you guys and girls out there for sure. All right, let's get a tune queued up here. Bear with me. All right. Now, you won't be hearing me using the flanger on this one because we don't have a flanger on this particular preset. All right, so we'll be omitting the flanger feel, but you can still get away with it on these songs. And like I say, too, phasers used much more by Eddie than the flanger, so we took that one out for creative liberty. And lastly, before I go, Brian says, I was playing a Telecaster with Eric's presets tonight, and it sounds wicked. Eddie playing a Tele, very cool. I love that. That's good. Okay, let's give this a spin.
lost a lot of friends there, baby. I got no time to mess around. So if you want it, got to bleed, baby, baby. Got to bleed, baby. You got to bleed, baby. You got to bleed, baby. Ain't talking about love. That love is running to the core. Ain't talking about love. Just like I know you before. Ain't talking about love. Don't wanna talk about love. Don't wanna talk about love. Ain't gonna talk about love.
All right, so there we go. And if you notice, a couple times I was kind of holding some chords. I had to reach over it and actually turn my stomp from lead to rhythm snapshot, because I can't actually hit the buttons here like this. So I'm reaching over in HX Edit and I'm changing it. So there you go. There's one good example of what it can do. I mean, it's got the tone, it's got the vintage Eddie. It's everything you could ask for sure. Now there's a couple of comments here as well too. Bill Moore says, where do you get the backing tracks? That was just an isolated, if you search it on YouTube, it's free public domain to grab. It's just some isolated tracks. So you could say, isolated drums, isolated guitar. In this case, the guitar was removed, had everything else. So just the guitar was removed. So that's allowing you to play along with it as well too. Let me see here. Okay. Ben Burnett, 1 second. Okay, I'm trying to find that. Okay, so Ben says, will you sell these through your website? I'm tired of dealing with Line 6 registered gear issues. I've had the studio at home. Line 6 only allows so many registrations between my son and myself. Okay. No, I'm not at the moment. I'm not planning on selling them directly through my website, even though I could do that. And technically, I would probably make more money because there's sharing, right, involved in this. But there's other reasons why I go strictly through that. One is copy protection and things like that as well too. So because I did put a lot of work into these presets, so I want to make sure that they're when you pay for them, you get them kind of deal, right, and then they're not just distributed amongst the general common folk out there. So no, at the moment, not being sold separately through any other party, strictly marketplace. So I do apologize if you had any troubles that way. Let me see here. So Brandon Tat says that I'm very, very good. So I got all the questions. I think let's jump up and try another one for a second. I don't know if I want to play Unchained because we don't have the flanger in this one, but we could always give it a try and see what we got. Let me see here. We can try it. Let's give that one a try. Let's find it. Do I have it? I think I do. I thought I did. Let me see here. 1 sec. We'll find it. Let me see here. Just trying to find it. Unless I can't count, or unless I can't see here. 1 sec. All right. See if I'm missing any questions as well, too. 1 second here. Here we go. I found it. All right. Here we go. We'll give this a try, all right? Give you a good idea of what it can do from the same preset.
All right.
So there you go. Gives you a bit of the Unchained tone. Am I looking at the right camera? Yes, I am. Neil Bambury says, does the package come with the intruder tone? I don't really make any kind of claims to say it's going to give you every single song, but with the Pasadena Proud, the one that you're hearing right now, that will cover everything from the first record through 84 with ease. And if you need to, you can always just take less gain, more gain. I change the mids if you want. I have the mids kind of mimicking Eddie, so they're very mid-range and heavy, heavy in the mix. I shouldn't say heavy, because that could be taken the wrong way, like it's scooped or whatever. No, so I can't really guarantee you're going to get the intruder tone, but I mean, I think you can get just about anything. So kind of a blanket answer, yes, you should be able to get just about anything you want of the Van Halen, your particular era that you're looking for. Now, first album through 84, no problem with this one. So we're going to jump over in a second. We're going to go into the more modern stuff, which is called VH Driving 55, and that is everything that will kind of cover the Sammy era from 5150 all the way up through Balance, and that's where a lot of people come in and discover Van Halen is in the Balance era. It's a very nice record and great tone as well too. Let me see anything else I might have missed. Let me see here. Okay. So I think I got all the questions with that. So let's jump over now to Driving 55. You're going to hear a completely different tone here. So there's three snapshots on the Driving 55. You got Clean, which I'm on right now, and Clean isn't necessarily shimmering clean. All right, Eddie was never shimmering clean, so it still sounds gainy and distorted. But you roll your volume back like Eddie does, and especially if you were to go like at a 2 pickup guitar like this one. That's just on the Clean channel, okay? And we've got our big pitch detune on that. That's an effect I love, and that's something that Eddie uses all the time. So if I turn that pitch detune off, big difference. Turn it back on. You see that stereo spectrum come out? Okay, now we're going to jump over to the rhythm snapshot. Jump over to the lead, so we're getting a little gainier, and we'll have a little bit longer delays on here as well too. We'll go back to the rhythm channel again for a second, so we can jump into some stuff like this. there we go. All kinds of fun stuff, right? And I like, if you go back to that clean channel again, I think I could almost stay on that clean channel for a lot of my stuff. Certainly not clean, but you hear the warmth. And it really plays nice with your volume control. Now, I use this guitar here to write all of these presets. And the reason why, and I said this in my other video, was because it has a Duncan JB in the back. Is that my favorite pickup in the world? No, I like it a lot. It's not my favorite. I like the Wolfgang pickups. But it's a common denominator. And there's people that are going to have pickups with more gain and less gain. So I wanted to gain. I wanted to be kind of a common denominator for everyone's guitars while I created this. But like Eddie, it's amazing what he does when he's using his Wolfgangs. You know, he's got the luxury of having a 2-pickup guitar. He'll play in the middle position, and with the volume rolled back, I kind of have to cheat here with this one because I have 2 volume controls on this guitar, so I want to make sure they're both around the same. But you get a beautiful tone. Make sure they're both about the same. There we go. Isn't that nice? I like it. So you'll probably spend a lot of time on that one. Okay, we're going to jump now over to called Van Halen VH Modern Truth, based on, so this will pretty much take you all of Eddie's live stuff as of 2007 up. So the different kind of Truth album, right? And if you notice, ever since Eddie went to the really high gain amplifiers, even with the PV 5150s, and things like that too, when especially the 5152, before he went into EVH gear and creating his own with Fender, he had a bit of I call it a nasal tone. You know, it's kind of I call it in the Helix version, I call it half cocked wah. And if you have a wah pedal and you have it engaged just a little tiny bit, you hear that nasally tone. And I think I've duplicated that with VH Different Truth. So let's go over to that one right now. And there's a question for me as well too. VH Modern Truth, I'm sorry. Will says, ask Eric, I know it's EVH tone you're covering, but are there other artist tones you might be covering? Yes, guaranteed. I'm going to be doing a lot of marketplace tones as well. But you'll find, just like a couple people have said with these ones, even though they're based on Eddie Van Halen sound, they can be used for your own. And I'll show you how it works with one or two of my songs before we wrap up here for the end here. Okay, 1 second. All right, so there we go. Let's so what we have here, if you listen to this, it's hard to really describe, but it's good. There's a nasally mid-range, which is kind of a neat thing. You could probably picture if I was doing like. And there again, that is, yeah, All-Star Promo says half-cocked wah, exactly. It's a hard thing to say. Try to say that 3 times fast. That is the clean channel once again, too. So there again, Eddie's never a really, really clean guy. We'll go back to those center pickup again. Tones are really spot on through my computer monitors. How well do you think they will translate over to front of house? Will there need to be any tweaking as far as high or low cuts? There shouldn't be much needed whatsoever. I'm sure that, no, I'm not sure if when you play live, if you have the luxury of having a sound man. If you do, that's a sound person, I should say, you should, this is a question from Neil Banbury, just you might have to have your sound man give some adjustment at the end, but there should be nothing that you have to do on your end. It should translate very, very well to front of house. I don't think you need any EQing whatsoever, but by all means, always try in a sound check environment or in a loud rehearsal environment. It's always best to try to suit that instead of just getting up on stage and kind of going in blinded, right? Best to try at that. So let me see here. Tats says, I'd love to hear some Boston tones. They're kind of hard to emulate. Yeah, you know, we can get in that wheelhouse with some of the pitch to tune stuff, and I'm not a real Boston aficionado. I like the band like anyone, but I've never really studied them under a microscope like I did with this Van Halen package. I literally just did not stop listening to Van Halen 24/7 and playing along with it, and oh man, it was an audio microscope for sure. But yeah, that's a good suggestion, and I could see that possibly happening in the future. So they were again. We were on the rhythm to the clean channel of Modern Truth. We'll jump over to the second snapshot, which is the dirty channel. This is great. could turn the delay off, of course, right? I have to do this all with my hands at the moment because the pedal's over here. Okay, and then we've got the lead channel. All right, gonna jump over here, and here comes our big gain. Lots of delay. And there we go. Lots of lead, lots of gain, all that kind of cool stuff. I mean, it really, really works. It's very, very inspiring to play. I'm going to jump back over to the Sammy Hagar era one again for a second. We're going to go back to Driving 55, okay? And we're going to go to the rhythm preset, and we're going to stay on that one. And I'm going to use this in conjunction with one of my own songs. Okay, all right. All right, here we go. Let's give this a try. So if you think this is just strictly Van Halen, even though it's what we built it around, we based it on, and we made it for, it's for the Van Halen fan, it's for the Van Halen tribute band players, it's for the aficionados at home that want to play this stuff and sound like Eddie Van Halen all night long, but it's also for you, for your own music as well too. And we're going to try that right now. Getting some nice comments from Nocturnal Butterfly. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, here we go. Here's a song called Runaway. It's going to be in drop D. It's going to be heavy and in your face. Turn off the microphone so we don't get any string clack. And this is using the Van Halen VH Driving 55 in a regular song context of your own or your friends or whatever you want, right? Here we go. All right, that was fun. So as you can see, made for Eddie Van Halen, but can sound like you too, right? You don't just get stuck in this little painted corner of a room. You'll be able to do Van Halen stuff all night long and sound like Eddie Van Halen any era, but it also lets you, I think this will be a versatile set of presets that you're going to use just for your own stuff on a regular basis. I'll do one more, and we'll tune up a notch. Okay, I'm going to do another one here called Falls Silent. Another one of mine, and then again, it gives you an idea what it'll sound like with your own stuff. Here we go. You can turn it off. This is a fast one. That was fun, and just because I'm getting a bit of the jam going, I'll put some timestamps in here later on for people watching this video after the fact. I'll put some timestamps so people can just jump right to the playing. They don't have to listen to me talk and stuff. But I'm having a really good time. I've seen some familiar faces in here. Fart, I Kill Noobs. I love your name. It's hilarious. And I miss seeing you on the channel. You were gone for a little while, and then you popped back in. And it's nice to see you. You picked up my presets last night, the Helix ones. So thank you. I appreciate that. And you were very helpful with some technical things here as well, too. Some people were having some problems, and I think you contributed some information to that, too. So thank you. It's a pleasure to have you here, and a lot of regulars and some new faces, too. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun here doing this, and I feel like I am contributing something back to the scene where you guys can have some guys and girls can have some fun with these presets. They're a lot of fun. I've been playing so much guitar because of them, and I mean, for a cheap investment, too. It's $15, and man, you got some good stuff, and it saves you less time, tinkering and more time playing. What can we play? Oh, yeah, this will be a fun one. Let me see. How about, everyone likes a good old stripper song here and there. How about we do that? Get rid of the mic. How'd that one sound? Tube something. Tube says, what is this song? This is actually, this is one of mine. That was actually called Fantasy. I had to think about it for a second. I got thrown off because there was a funny comment in the chat earlier. It was kind of a private joke, but I laughed so hard. I laughed so hard at that one. And yeah, I need some wah on this one, but wah had to be taken out because we only have 6 blocks here on Helix. On Stomp. So we had to sacrifice some things. We kept the amps, we kept some of the pitch to tune, we kept the reverb and the delays and things like that as well too. So wah had to go, but there's no reason why you couldn't hook up a real wah pedal in line with this one as well too. Maybe we'll try. Sound like the amps on 11. They're definitely loud. They're quite loud. Let's try another older one here, just because I'm hot now as far as temperature. I'm not saying that about the playing, but the body temperature is, so we might as well make use of it. All right, drop it down to D. How about some silence? How about some of that? Not silence on the air. And we won't go much longer. I don't want to consume your guys and girls' evening.
I've had all I can handle. Way up high on the mantle. Have we seen enough to never seem to feel what's come to be? It feels like we're
that for an effect. I just want you to hear the sustain. Listen to that sustain. Oh, wait. Still going. All right. Hello? You still there? Sustain? Yes, you're here. A couple guitar questions, good questions. Someone asked, I think it was someone asked a question about the D-tuner. How hard is that to put in an R2? One of our great moderators here answered the question. It's very, very easy. It's such a quick job to do. You're going to get two different string locks. There's a normal size and a long size. So the D-tuner you pop that on, you're ready to go in minutes. And usually they come set up for 440 from the factory. So there's a little tiny set screw on the side that you can use as a fine tuner. If you're like me and you play down in a half step down, but you'd be up and rocking in a matter of minutes. So very, very, very cool. And someone else asked, who asked it? Mike Klein asked, what pickups do I have in the Kramer? You might have been jumping in a little bit late. I was mentioning it earlier in the show. They're Duncan JBs. And then, what is it, 59 or whatever in the neck? I totally forget what's in the neck, but I do know it's a JB in the back. And I use this guitar specifically to write all these presets because it's a common denominator pickup. It's something that's common to many pickups out there. So it was something, a nice template for me to start with for tone for people. All right, we'll do one more, and I think we'll wrap up. I know I said that probably three times already, but let's try this. Well, since we're still down in D, we're going to try a song called Freaking Out. I know Nocturnal likes that one. Let's give that a shot. And, I guess for that matter, I didn't want to confuse people tonight. I didn't want people to think what they're hearing is Helix tonight. They are hearing, let's jump back to this screen for a second so you can see it more. You can see it just here a little bit where my hand is. Let's go back to this screen where you can see this baby. I'm using this little guy right here. This little box is sounding as good as it is tonight. I love it. So technically, if you're enjoying these tones right now, and you have a Helix, you can go out and buy the ones that Nocturnal shared the links for and buy the Helix versions. They'll be fine for your Helix. You just can't use them on Stomp. So they're going to be the same tones, but these ones will be up on Marketplace within just a couple of days. It could be even over the weekend, but I think it has to be physically assigned by a human being, and they're not there on the weekend. So we shall see. If there is any update, and I see that they are live, I'll make sure I post them on my YouTube community channel, and I'll make sure I get the bat signal out to you guys and girls that the Stomp presets are ready to go. All right, Jazz in the neck. Thank you, JJ. Duncan Jazz. You got it. You know your stuff. Awesome, dude. And that's one thing I never profess to know everything. If I don't know, I'll just say I don't know because I don't want to be made a fool of, right? And our friends and fans here come with great information. So thank you. Let's jump over here. Yes, $15, Joe Hervey. $14.99 for the HX Stomp and $14.99 for the Line 6 Helix versions as well too. So as you're looking at $5 a preset, so really, really, that's a Starbucks coffee, man. Oh, I just love that. Oh, I could do that all night. All right, don't get me started. All right, this one's for Nocturnal. Let's kill this mic. There we go. That is, I've got my headphones cranked. I really wanted to play through my reference monitors tonight. I would have had my better tone that I can hear. These are really crappy headphones, but everything worked good. I don't think I played too bad, so I liked everything we heard tonight in the ears. It was just loud. So that's it, guys and girls. I'm going to wrap up here. I just wanted to kind of show you these presets. I'm going to go back to this screen for a second. Where are we here? Full screen. HX Stomp. I'm using the Eddie Van Halen Complete package. Comes with 3 presets. Pasadena Proud, taking care of everything from the first album right through. Put it this way, anything with David Lee Roth, you got it. You go into VH Driving 55, which is all the Sammy Hagar era stuff. Then, of course, VH Modern Truth, everything from a different kind of truth and even like the Tokyo Dome right back to the reunion tour in 2007. So you get that high gain. We're getting an encore. I'm getting an encore from someone here. Thank you so much. I'm getting some really, really kind words. I will only do that because I'm being asked. Okay. Okay. All right. And that's coming into it by a text message. So I guess we can try. Let me see, what can we do here for you? All right, we'll figure something out here for you. Let's go back over to this screen. You know what we could do? Okay, I know what we're going to do for you. Let's give you, you've been hearing a Duncan JB all night, all right? Why don't we mix things up a little bit, and why don't we jump into a 440 tuning, and I'm going to play another guitar here. Let's mute this so you don't hear a crackle pop, and I think we'll end this one, I will end this one on a good note. So let's mute this for a second, turn off Stomp, all right? And I'm just using a nice little George L's cable, and just a nice little tiny cable running to Stomp. So like, if you have your Stomp on your desk, which is what a lot of cases where I keep mine, just use a nice short guitar cable. You don't have a big thing getting in the way and pulling everything over it. So let me grab another guitar real quick. Okay, whoops, sorry, I hit the microphone. All right, I'm going to be using my Line 6 Shuriken Variax, and I'm going to be using it with I'm not going to be using with the VDI cable. I'm using a regular cable, and the reason why I want to do this, I want to give you another pickup sound, okay? And this one's tuned to 440, and I should be pretty much in tune. I'm going to trust that I am without having to tune on the air. Pretty darn close. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, this is nice. All right, let's try something that I know how to play. And let's go over here. And this is just because that text message come in. All right, we're going to go over to... Here we are. Got it. And we're going to play the LG song. Here we go. there we go. I gave one more. Charles Green, Smokin, Brett McCord, I like the upside down headstock. Me too. I do. And it took me a while to get used to tuning again. It's been many years since I've owned an upside down headstock. So I like this one a lot. Scott Roos is here. Scott Roos, thank you for your support as of late, man. You'd be great. Brad Miller, $2 super chat. Since you're going past you. Okay. Pass you by. All right. What I'm going to do here now. Let me see. I don't have my clean tone on here. Let me see. You know what I could probably do? Do I have this on here? Let's find out. I don't know if I have it or not. Okay. Okay. I know I'm getting the words one more. Okay. I don't mind playing more. I just don't want to bore you guys and girls for sure. Okay. What we're going to do, we're going to cheat here. We're going to do something. All right. I'm going to switch over to Helix for just a moment, just because I have a different preset on Helix that we can use. Okay. So let's do this. Bear with me here. We're going to shut off Stomp just so you don't hear a pop. All right. I'm going to grab my wireless line 6 relay G10. Okay. And this will put me right into Helix. All right. Go back to that. And I'm going to be looking for a preset here called Eric Triple, something like that. And thank you for that super chat, Brad. You rock, man. You really do. You do. Everyone does. Okay. I'm going to look for Eric Triple. Just bear with me while I find it. We'll find it. Where are you there? I think I found it. All right. And let's see what we got here. Let's unmute Helix. There we go. Nice. Okay, I'm going to just have to do a bit of a level check, but this is Brad. This is for Brad. Pass you by. And this night's has been passing by fast. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. Let's give it a try. I might just have to do a little bit of level check as we go through it.
Go.
Okay, so we got a late person to the party there. The Outer Planet doesn't sound like Eddie Van Halen. Yeah, you'll have to, I'm sorry if you're jumping in late. You're going to have to go back to the beginning of the program because that's all I did was Van Halen. And this was just a bonus. What I wanted to do with this is the fact to show you that, yes, these are built to sound like Van Halen, and they do. They're audio DNA replica, but you can also use them in your own environment as well, too. And that's the cool thing. You know, we all love Eddie Van Halen to death, but we're going to be playing other music than just Van Halen. And I just made proof of that by playing about 6 of my own songs. And the presets, other than this one does not include what you just heard in that package, but everything I played is, and you can use it in your own music. And he mentions Axe FX sounds great, and Axe FX does sound great. Unfortunately, we're not here to talk about that tonight, but Axe FX is great, Headrush is great, Kemper is great, all those Boss is great. Everything is out there that's great. I happen to have some better knowledge on this product, and that's what we're talking about tonight. But very, very cool, man. Very, very cool. Doesn't sound like David Lee Roth, though. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be pleasing you tonight, Outer Planet. You know, I don't think we can sound like anything that you'll like. So I wish you luck from whatever planet you're from, and thank you for stopping by. I do appreciate that. Let me see here. And yeah, Brett McCord says likes the look of the pickup with the one pickup bridge. Here we go. It's all good. Yeah, so we're going to jump out of here. Had a great time playing with you guys tonight. It's a lot of fun. Beautiful tones. And I hope you enjoyed them. I hope you thought they were beautiful. They sound good in headphones. If they sound good in these things, which are like $40 headphones, they should sound pretty good through some better speakers. So yeah, fun stuff. And we're off tomorrow. We're not doing a Helix Hour show tomorrow. I'm a guest on my friend Jason Sedite's channel tomorrow. He's celebrating 10,000 subscribers over on his channel. He's invited me along with a bunch of other people to pop on the panel, and I'd love to be there to share in that excitement because we hit 10,000 back in November, and I know that what that feeling was like. It was a very, very nice feeling, and the whole family celebrated. So, you know, I'm looking forward to being part of his celebration, and he deserved it. He's a good dude. So thank you, guys and girls. Be sure to check out the linkage in the video here as well too. Nocturnal shared them throughout the super chat. Presets available for both Helix at $14.99 right now through the Line 6 marketplace, and the Stomp versions that I was playing all night long will be available anytime. Probably at the very latest Monday, but they'll be up there as well. $14.99 for a 3-pack preset works out to $5 per preset. So like I say, it's about the price of a nice latte whatever 2-3 syllable drink at Starbucks. About the price of those presets. Let me see here. Yeah, I think I'll just leave the rest of the chat alone. It's all good. Listen, if you are also watching Game of Thrones tomorrow night, the finale of all finales, I hope you enjoy it. I'm looking forward to it. Really, really excited about that. And I have to go find my son now because he's texting me. He's here in the house, of course, but he's like, Father, and I don't think he knows that I'm live. Now that I'm using Helix all the time, no one knows I'm playing. All you hear is this in the house. That's all you hear. You know, no one knows I'm playing. So don't have that big thing back there turned on 24/7 anymore. 100-watt tube pad cranked at my ears. So he doesn't know that I'm live. So everyone, have a fantastic weekend. Let's jump over here so I can look at this other camera. I've really enjoyed your time tonight. I hope you found this fun. Please subscribe if you're new here. I saw a bunch of new faces, and even the Outer Planet. Even if I can't please you with all the sounds, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. And anyone else who wants to subscribe that's new here, do that. Hit that bell. Turn on post notifications so you know when I go live. I also upload other content as well too. And don't forget to check out Ladybug and Nocturnal, their shows as well too. Click either on Nocturnal Butterfly or Ladybug's profile. Go over there and subscribe to their channel. And they do a really cool show every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, usually between the 10 a.m. 11 a.m. Eastern time. It's a lot of fun. It's some fun stuff. Everyone, thank you so much. Thank you to all of our awesome moderators, R2 and the whole gang. Sonia, I'm not sure who everyone is here tonight. Of course, Nocturnal Butterfly leading the group. Ladybug, all of you. And if I've missed anyone, I apologize. But the moderators are fantastic here. And it's awesome. It's Brett McCord, as Sean Zimmerman's jumping in. I think he might have just jumped in late, possibly. I didn't see him earlier. But thank you to everyone. I really appreciate it. I'm going to go get a cold drink right now and go spend some time with the family before it gets much later and hang out with them. And we'll see you right back here soon. Thanks so much. Love you all. Cheers.
Hey, you're still here? Eric Jr. here, reminding you to check out our full lineup of quality merch. Available right now in the Broadstash Boutique. Quality products and fast shipping. Visit broadstash.com today.
I am now on Patreon. If you enjoy my content and wish to support my channel and what I do, then please check out my Patreon page at patreon.com/evhgeartv. Your support assures the continued growth of this channel and a fun community in which to share our love for Van Halen, music gear, and much more.
My name is is Ariane playing Looking Guitar.
Video production services provided by Design 39 Media. Visit design39media.com for all your website, photography, and video production needs. Microphones for EVH and Gear TV are provided by Rode Microphones, and official Van Halen merchandise is provided by VanHalenStore.com.